Previously in the Shattered Lands. As the mighty wyvern swooped down upon the camp, Sir Venric shouted a warning. Bluescale landed, attacking the horses as the knight leapt from the rocks, wounding him with his savage axe. As the others joined the battle, they found the creature to be not only a terrifying opponent, but an intelligent one. The fight was brutal, with the wyvern being wounded, even as he injured several of the group. At the height of the conflict, Bluescale spoke, shocking the group. He roared about the coming of the Crimson God, as he breathed an arc of electricity that wounded many of those who were still on their feet and nearly slew Copper the Thief outright. As the others staggered to their feet, the wyvern clutched his prize, one of the dead horses, and flapped away. The party tended to their wounds, doing all they could to save the thief's life. They were finally able to stabilize him, but he was gravely injured. Not long after this, the blacksmith from Ruavin arrived with the replacement wagon wheel. Upon seeing the many slain bandits and hearing the party had fought the wyvern and survived, he seemed overjoyed. Repairing the traveling temple, it was a grim-faced band of heroes that arrived in Ruavin. They were able to get Copper aid at the temple, Bertram working tirelessly along with the priestess there to save his life. The others went on to the inn, where they were welcomed as heroes. The blacksmith, it seemed, had told all that he saw, asserting that they had slain many brigands and driven the wyvern away. When the party attempted to give further context, it was evident that the villagers thought they were being modest, and they were feasted and celebrated. When Bertram arrived from the temple, they next met with the town elders, who offered them a sizable chest of gold to deal with the brigands. They were finally able to prevail upon the heroes to give their aid, as the plight of Ruavin was quite serious. The heroes agreed to deal with the Bonebreaker brigands, to the delight and acclaim of the grateful townsfolk. Welcome back.
Back?
Good to be back.
So you, as where we left off, you all were at the inn, you had feasted, you had agreed to give your aid, and it was that evening, pretty much a party had broken out. There were musicians and singers, and there was dancing, and everyone was it was a festive air, and you could tell that the townsfolk are just very hopeful and overjoyed. Many of them listening to the stories of the blacksmith are just essentially in their minds, it's a done deal. You've driven off the wyvern. You're capable of anything, and they believe in you. What does my party do?
I want to see if I can detect any hidden motive behind the old man McGeezer that snapped the chest lid shut.
Yes, that's right. You did notice that old Norman Willett, owner of the Traveler's Friend, the town's shop, has a sour face about him. He was the one that slammed shut the chest full of gold, as he complained quite loudly during the meeting of how much gold they were pledging to this. You can give me a perception check or a sense motive check. You can give me both should you wish it.
Got a 19.
On which?
Perception.
Okay. He does definitely seem like he's out of sorts, and it's, it's not, you're not mind reading. It's impossible to know what he's thinking, but he's just very sharp-eyed, and he seems very, very cranky about the whole thing.
It's a lot of gold,
Guys,
I understand.
This guy's like the Mr. Burns of Ruavin.
Yes, very much so. He's a fairly wealthy for such a small village. He owns the general store, and it just seems as though he is loath to part with this kind of coin. And as you remember he definitely was one that he was the one that was said, well, you're not getting this until the job's done, you know.
Vendrick is convinced that he's working with the bandits, so he's going to attack them.
Excellent initiative.
His old man AC of like 10.
Sorry, 8.
What's
Kill
up?
the evil.
What time of day is it now? It's probably nighttime now, right?
Oh yeah. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening. You guys have eaten dinner. Like I said, this party's breaking out. Bertram's over here eyeballing this, guys. What would Sir Venric be doing?
Sir Venric is probably finishing his meal in between Clay and Rigel and the marshal of the town. Maybe collecting any bit of information he could about the bandits and their whereabouts.
Okay. And as he's talking, they tell him that no one's quite certain, but where exactly they might be, but they believe it's to the north. They're fairly certain they've been seen coming and going north. That's all they know for sure. But they said, well, you have a ranger with you. Surely he can track them.
Yes, Rigel, he's very good at his craft.
I should be able to.
What is Kepri doing during all of this?
She's a halfling. She loves a good party. She's going to ask Clay if he'll dance with her.
And he well, actually give Clay a morale check, Sir Venric.
Clay got a 10. He needs an 8.
He blushes furiously. He's like, I'm not much of a dancer, ma'am. I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Come on, I'll teach you. It's a simple country dance.
And he allows you to lead him out then. He's blushing red. And you notice that his eye keeps straying to the one barmaid. But you get a sense too that he's very, as he's looking at Callie, he almost can't meet her eyes, and you're guessing that maybe he's a little embarrassed about before. But he does. He's young, so as you know, the music and the dance kind of take him over, and he's laughing as he figures out the steps, and he steps on your feet about a good 3 or 4 times. But he eventually lets you lead, and it's kind of comical seeing this child-sized halfling lead him around. But everybody thinks it's cute and great, and they're all clapping along. What is Rigel doing during all of these things?
Rigel would have asked if he could see any maps of the nearby area, if anyone has anything around the town.
Yes.
Just to kind of get a rough idea of the topography and whatnot.
They tell you, Sergeant Fuller tells you he'll get you one, so that you can look. And he kind of ducks out. In about 15-20 minutes, he returns. It looks like he's got a pretty solid map, and he hands it to you. He kind of taps on the map. Now, and you realize as you're looking at the map, he taps on it, and it's not far from where it looks like you guys were ambushed. He said, I think it's north, not directly north of the town so much as maybe north of the trail, is my thoughts.
That would make sense. Especially if they're ambushing on the road most of the time.
Okay. And
thank you.
Rigel studies the map. Okay. And as the evening progresses, Bertram spends some time just eyeballing the old man, who, after being, notice Bertram, he seems to be like kind of just somewhat bitterly arguing with some of the other town council before he just takes his leave frustratedly. He heads out, and then he doesn't really say much more, but you do notice he kind of glares back, shaking his head, and steps out into the ranks. As you remember, it was sleeting and raining out there. He throws his cloak up and steps out. Meanwhile, Venric, you're kind of doing the, leaning back after having talked with everyone, kind of just glancing around the room, just taking, more assessing. You see Clay has finally gone from dancing. There's they're doing the country circle dance where different partners are changed, and you notice he's dancing with Kepri, then he's dancing with some other farm maid, and he's dancing with Callie, and he's blushing furiously, and you can't help but smile at just young, young Clay. And you remember, formal dances at court and different things like that in better, simpler, maybe happier times. You remember being, an age of Clay. And Kepri, for your part, it's kind of a nice change of pace after the horrors of the drudgery of walking on the road, being shot with an arrow, all the fear, the attack of the wyvern and everything else. And maybe a thought impinges on your mind as you think of poor Copper lying at death's door. But, you live life and enjoy it. And Rigel, you spend the next half an hour, 40 minutes. You think you have a pretty good idea. You know that as you're studying the map, you realize Roy kind of just sits with you at the table, sharing an ale and discussing it and, offering his insights as you do. And you kind of, you both come to the same realization and much further north after, it couldn't be too far because they're going to hit, rougher country. And it's got to be, within a couple of days or less, you're pretty certain.
That would make sense.
And as the night passes on, is there anything else as the party starts to wind down that you guys would be doing or would have wanted to do?
No, before we go to bed, I just want to kind of ask anyone if they're still suffering from any wounds.
Copper's like, I feel terrible.
Working on it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Sir Venric.
No, I'm all full health. Thank you, Brother Bertram.
All right.
They call him All Business Bertram. So
All
they
business.
call him back at seminary.
Now we can live.
He says that as the party winds down and the last few people leave.
Done glowering at the old man. Where's everyone going?
The old man left like 2 hours ago, but he's still just staring at the door.
He's going to come back, I know it.
If he shuts that lid any harder, he'll crack the wood.
And Roy, Sergeant Fuller, he kind of stands. He's like, yawns. I turned into a real yawn. Forgive me. Oh, that was a fake yawn. I made myself actually yawn. He kind of stands, yawns. He says, no rush, but I'm thinking of heading out in the morning.
I believe that was Fenrich's plan.
Yes, I think we should wake up at first light, get supplies that we may need for the road, and head out as soon as possible.
I've got
As you guys are
planned.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying I've got a good route planned.
As you guys are kind of finishing up for the evening, the tavern wenches are cleaning up, as is the bartender and stuff. The door opens and a figure steps out of the night, pulling his cloak back to reveal the familiar form of Nate Randall, the hunter you met in the woods. And he's like,
Oh yeah, and the Bramble.
I got back to town and I heard. And he kind of walks up, my friends. And, as he's walking, you see Kirk Wallace, the bartender, kind of, you know them? He's like, they came upon their camp, and he kind of comes over and holds out his hand.
Shake it.
Yeah,
and
I will too.
Kind of glances around. He shakes Venric's hand and Bertram's hand and Clay's, and he looks around and he's like, realizing there are some new faces, he's like, Mistress Elwyn? Master Sullivan?
Recovering. Aelwyn is recovering at the Temple of the Argent Lord. Sullivan remained with her.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry. And he looks at Kepri and
Hi, I'm Kepri. Shake your hand.
shakes your hand up. Nate Randall, I'm a hunter. And he turns to Rigel, kind of nods and
It's like my shake. Name's Rigel.
looks like you brought your own hunter. Well, I would have been here earlier, but I've actually been hunting. To feed the family. I got back home and I heard word of what was. I heard the name Sir Benrick, Brother Bertram. I couldn't believe it. I so just had to come in and say hello. You'll have to come by the house. I'd love to introduce you to my wife and my son at some point. I know the town council has convinced you to deal with the bandits, and I'm glad. I'm very happy to hear that.
You know anything of the bandits, Nate?
I've seen them. Strangely enough, I've not been attacked by them. They've left me largely alone. To be honest, I'm pretty quiet in the forest, and I've avoided them as well. I know there are ogres and bugbears in their ranks, and I one time saw what I'm pretty sure is their boss. He's a huge ogre. He wears metal armor, not as nice as yours or Sir Venrick's. Kind of rusty looking, but he's big. He's real big. He doesn't. I haven't seen him out a lot, but I did see him at one point. But I don't hunt anymore much, east of town. I kind of avoid it because that's where they seem to be a lot. Of course, that's where the road is, so that makes sense that's where they, are a lot. But
I did have another question, Nate. You had mentioned when we met at the Bramblewood, you knew of a shrine to Saint in the hills.
Oh yeah, the old shrine of Saint Cathal. Yeah, I know where that's at.
That's not near where the bandits are, is it?
No, that's west. That's to the west. It's not too far. Maybe around a day, something like depending on travel time. But no, it's not far. But where I see the bandits is east. Maybe east and a little north. The shrine is to the west. Although I've been careful about going there. There are strange lights there at night lately, and I don't know what's going on there. Oh, and I've seen what I think is that wyvern that everyone's talking about in those hills too.
West of town? Yes.
Well, I've seen him several places, but he seems to be there more than anywhere else.
Good information.
I don't think he's at the shrine, mind you. He's in that area, I think. And if you ever need, I can guide you to the shrine. It would be my pleasure.
I think we must attend to the bandits first, but I would definitely take you open, and I would love to meet your family, of course. I fear
time permitting.
Yes, we must push forward with the task at hand, but certainly want to meet your family.
Well, excellent. He kind of stands, nods to all of you. I had to come by and say hello, and I didn't expect to see you possibly ever, but certainly not this soon. But it's a pleasant surprise, and I want to thank you again for that night in the forest and for everything. So, but yes, please, my wife would love to make you all dinner, and I'll let you be about it. Good luck. I hope you give those bandits hell. They certainly deserve it.
Walk in the light, Nate.
Good to see you again, Nate.
Yes. Good to see you all, and good to meet you all. And he kind of stands, throws his cloak back around his shoulders, throws the hood up, and heads back out into the weather, which is terrible.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm for bed.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we should get as much rest as we can tonight. Warm our bones, sleep well, and head out early in the morning. Brother Bertram, perhaps if fate allows and we deal with these bandits and we're back in time, perhaps we can investigate the shrine that you're after this.
Oh yes, but we have a clock, so we'll see.
Yes. Well, how many days do we have until the tourney?
Let's see. This is the 9th. The tourney is on the 19th. So about basically right around 10 days.
Which by the time we
10
sleep,
days.
wake up in the morning and head out, we'll have 9 days. Which, if they're right, if it's say 2 days journey to the bandit lair, if we deal with them, figure it, we got to rest afterwards. 2 days back, we're looking at 5 days. And then, how far was Riverwatch from Ruaven? Anybody remember offhand?
I believe it was at least a couple days travel, just straight, like at least 3 days or something like that.
Show you a map real quick.
Maybe more. Because I think we can travel, if we go straight through a hex, it's like a hat. I can't remember the math on that.
So, yeah, each hex is 5 miles, so it's about 20 miles to Riverwatch.
Okay.
We have roads that we can travel on. And on
Right,
horses.
but via the road, obviously. Yeah, it's as the crow flies, it would be shorter, but the road doesn't go straight, and it goes through. The terrain is obviously worse if you don't take the road. So,
Well, depending on how it all goes with the bandits, if we get back, say 4 or 5 days from now, will be about 4 or 5 days journey to Riverwatch, and it'll have just about that much time before the tournament starts. But I mean, Brother Bertram, depending on how you felt about it, you could always go explore, have Nate take you there and just meet us at Riverwatch afterwards. I suppose I'm getting ahead of myself, but just a thought.
I think we should cross that bridge when it comes to it. And it would be good to seek this shrine. I understand the pressing need to get to Riverwatch for you. And, if the light chooses to help us, all will work out. We got to do what's before us, and helping these people is the first. I will end up at that shrine at some point, light willing.
Indeed. As much as I want to go investigate the tournament, confront Vargas, and recover the true steel, I don't know. If we don't help this village, then I'm not even a knight that's worthy of bearing the true steel.
Oh, I agree. What's the point of serving the Argent Lord if I don't uphold his edicts, protect the innocent and weak?
Yes, agreed.
What?
We should make for rest though tonight.
I agree. Before Bertram will go to bed, he will heal himself.
Okay.
Healing hands for 5. And then another healing hand for 2. Third healing hand, she's full.
Okay. Arnall will approach you as well, Bertram, and ask you. He's like, "Sir, should I stay with the temple? Should I come with you? I don't usually, go along on."
I was gonna seek you out in the morning, Arnold, but now is a really good time. I'm glad you brought this up. I do need you to stay with the temple. I need to make sure it needs repairs, and I'm probably gonna leave the temple when I travel south. Will you stay with it and see to some of the repairs I'm going to talk to the blacksmith about?
Of course, sir. Until it's repaired, and then meet you.
Well,
after?
I fear the snows will be on us at that point. I don't know. So, if you stayed here, maybe the winter, until we're able to travel again, I would leave you coin, and that way there's someone here with copper too.
I was wondering about copper. I'd be glad to, sir. And you can actually see Bertram. He appears relieved. He definitely, is. I mean, he knows his limitations. He's a drover. He's good with the horses. He's good at handling the wagon and things like that. But like without that, his reason for being with you guys, he knows he's not really much use in a fight or anything like that. So he just, that sense of relief kind of is very evident on his grizzled face, and he's like, I'll keep Copper company, as keep an eye on him and things like that. Of course, I'd have to see about long-term lodging. There might be a room at the inn. Well, I guess we could cross that bridge when we come to it as well.
Yeah. When we go to leave, we'll make arrangements, and I'll leave you with some, like I say, some koi to make sure you can, rest peacefully throughout the winter. I do
Yes, sir.
really want to say, you're a brave man, Arnold. You didn't have to stick around and do what you did, but I watched you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. He just seems flustered, and thank you. I appreciate it. I just hate what happened to Copper. And you can see that you're starting to realize, Bertram, he's probably dealing with a little bit of survivor's guilt too, because he realizes how easily that could be him lying there. But he's, he kind of, better get on to bed early morning and all.
Yes, get a good night's rest.
Right, sir. And he had, now you guys, when you get up to your rooms, was there anything anyone else was doing before? Okay, I know Capri was already like up. You guys notice that the rooms none of them are private, but they are, 2 beds to a room. They're nice rooms, and they've set rooms aside for you guys. So like, you can take, as you wish, take over the different rooms, depending on what you want to do.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so who wants to go with who?
I'll bungle Rigel.
Yeah, me and Clay.
Okay. And then Bertram and Arno. Okay. And you guys each, and again, they're comfortable rooms. They're not anything that, obviously, and Venric and Capri, the two of you have been to the capital. You've been to some posh places, but it's nice. It's well made, and the beds are comfortable, nice down pillows, thick quilts, and again, you can hear the sleet spattering off the windows outside, and and the rooms are heated, and it's a well built in, so that the big roaring fire, there are little apertures that funnel heat into the different rooms as well. So it's not like forced air like the modern day, but it's warm enough to where it's chilly, but once you get your armor off, get your whatever clothes you sleep in on, and you get under the blankets, it's comfortable. And pretty much with the night of talking, the horrors of fighting the wyvern, drinking, dancing, all of the above, you guys all crash pretty hard. And you awake to the dawn. It is believe it or not, it's not clear skies, it's overcast, but it is not raining. As you wake, it's like it's hard to want to like get out of the covers, and you realize cold. Even as you each one of you kind of gets up, the lights creeping through the windows, and again, there are nice curtains on the windows and everything, to where it's not like blinding light, but you kind of you can feel the chill as you wake up. Your noses are cold, and you look across at each other maybe, and you realize it's definitely getting colder. But you sit up, get changed, wash up. You can smell breakfast cooking downstairs. Heading down, you can see Sergeant Fuller's down there. This is his unofficial home away from home, because this is where he does a lot of. The inn is kind of like the town center, the tavern and inn. There's no building for that. He nods his good mornings. He doesn't bother you guys or anything. He lets you come down, and there's eggs and bacon and biscuits and everything. So you're able to avail yourself of a nice hearty breakfast.
Oh, and I do. Fill up for the run.
Rigel will dig in as well.
Have another biscuit, Capri.
I will. They are quite good.
All right. You guys head down, eat your fill, stretch, where some of you have wounds that are a little sore still, but, you feel ready, as ready as can be.
We should probably stop by the general store before we leave. Just see what they have for potions and rations and whatnot. Might not be much in this small town, but wouldn't hurt to look, right?
Yes, we could ask at the temple as well.
So you make your way. Are you guys all sticking together as you go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where do you go first? The shop?
Yep, we'll go to the shop first then.
Okay. You make your way to the Traveler's Friend, and you can see, let me get myself out of the way. You can see it there is number 3 on the map. A placard bearing an image of a bag of coin declares this to be a shop. A finely built structure of stone and timber has a stout door of wood banded with iron. As you head within, there are shelves of goods and sundries and a counter with a sharp-eyed old man bent over a ledger. 2 younger men busy themselves about the store, and you can see stairs behind the counter that rise to the floor above. And you see old man Willett looking at you with a sour gimlet eye as you enter. Off to get after the bandits, then.
Aye, we are. We wanted to resupply here if we could.
Of course. Sun's been up a while. Like late morning shift, eh? All right, that's one way to do it. Supplies, what can I do for you? What are you looking for?
What do you have for potions and poultices here?
Let's see. Potions and poultices, I suppose that's something, that's important. We have 3 poultices I can sell you. And 3 potions.
3 potions.
They're standard prices.
150 for the potions, and then 60 for the poultices. So 210 if we take them all.
Do we have anything in the party bag right now, Brother Bertram?
We have this, and I'll show you the topaz. It's worth 250 gold.
We do have some coinage from all the bands.
He looks at the topaz. Let me have a look.
I show it to him.
He kind of... Yes. This'll do.
Well, that's more than... We should get some change off that.
Change?
Yeah, 40 gold, actually.
I see. You think so, huh? Well, gems like this don't, in these parts, they're a little harder to sell, my friend.
Yes,
That's
I can tell
okay.
by the way you snatched it from me.
We can pay in coin then, if it won't sell here.
Good point.
He looks a little sour at that. No need. Hold on. He turns around and gets out, starts counting. You can see that as he turns, he gets out a big ring of keys, goes in the back, and you're clink, clink, and it takes a while. He comes back, and he just kind of like grudgingly sets a pouch. There you go. You can count it. It's all there.
I really want Dweezil to meet this guy.
Yeah, they would probably get along great. You beady-eyed bastard!
I think he means he wants Dweezil to rob this guy.
So I'll mark off the topaz. And then, Capri, will you put 40 gold in the party bag?
Certainly.
And he almost watches these coins go like they were his children. He just seems very upset, even though he's making coin. And he's, after a moment, he sees you guys standing there looking at him. He's like, oh, yes. And he finally slides the potions and the poultices across the counter, realizing he has not given you anything.
This guy. Well, I just checked. I'm all set on rations. Does anybody else need anything while we're here?
Yeah, I'll take a week's rations.
Is there any chance that he has any scrolls? Like, of anything?
Roll me percentiles.
Standard price for rations, Brad.
38.
No, I don't have any of that weird stuff. Come back in a month.
That's when the weirdness really happens.
All right.
That's when I get new stock, usually.
Okay, I'm good.
Brother Bertram, do you think it's worth going by the temple?
Yes, I do.
Oh, we should head there next then.
All right. You head back to the Temple of the Watchful Maiden. As you enter, the acolytes, they tell you Priestess Annabelle Quinn. That she's not a princess. They tell you that the priestess is down below taking care of your friend. If you wish, they will lead you there.
Yeah.
They take you down, and as you guys get down there, Copper is still very pale, very unconscious. She lets you know she had to sedate him pretty heavily because in the night he was just in so much pain. He was crying out and kind of thrashing. She's been monitoring him and keeping fresh poultices. She says he's doing much better. And what can I do for you?
We were just wondering if you had any potions or poultices we might be able to buy out.
Certainly. Let me think. Let me see what I've got. And she asks you to follow her. You guys notice Copper never wakes up the whole time you guys are in there. He's just out of it. But she says, let me have a look what I have, what I can spare. If the DM could ever quit losing his die. Yes, I have 3 poultices and 2 potions.
Oh, okay.
160
160
gold in the park.
No. Please. We were all told to give you all aid for free that we can. So, please, we are helping the town. Sorry.
Was Ebenezer McScrooge told this to you?
Who? I'm sorry?
Nothing. I need to go back somewhere really quickly. Okay.
I'm sorry, how many of each was that?
What a schmuck.
What did I say?
3 poultices and 2 potions.
That's right.
Okay,
We have 5 potions and 6 poultices.
got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Priestess.
And I do think your friend is going to pull through. I'm sure you want to talk to him and check on him, but right now, Brother Bertram will tell you it's very critical that he simply is allowed to just rest as much as possible, and that's why I have him. I've used many herbs to just keep him unconscious. Rest. His body will do more than any magic can right now.
I really appreciate that. She's right. We should leave him. So I will just bow and turn around and head out.
I follow. Thank you, Priestess.
Yes.
There we go.
Walk with the light. May the maiden watch over you. And you guys head out. Or I don't know.
Yep.
Where do you head?
We head to the stables to get our mounts.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually grab Arnold's tent because I don't have me a tent of my own.
You've been used to the wagon.
Yes.
I look at it.
Yep, you make your way over there, and you see Arnold is actually there. He's just, doing some minor maintenance to the wagon, cleaning it mostly right now, and you you see the back door is open, and he's got a scrub brush, and he's cleaning the floors, because if you remember, you guys were in and out with mud, and he's like, wow. He kind of hops down. He's got his sleeves rolled up, and he wipes his hands, and I just getting to work, Brother Bertram. Getting
Arnold,
it spick and span.
How are you feeling, man?
Feeling a lot better. The priestess, she had given me some kind of concoction. It wasn't like a healing potion, but it got down into my chest. And I tell you, after last night, and you notice he didn't cough at all through the night.
I kind of look at him, man. Just give him a once over to see if he's putting on a front or if he's truly looking like he's looking better.
No, he looks better. It's the first time he hasn't had that dry hacking cough. Whatever she gave him really kind of kicked that, and he seems better than you've seen him in quite a while. And Bertram, there's a lot of different healing methods, but there still isn't, like one that just knocks out, other than like a full-on heal spell that knocks out the common cold. So clearly the priestess knows a lot with herbs and things that even like, it may not be magic, but it's something she's doing is making a difference.
I'd like to spend a little bit of time here when I have some. Maybe there's some things you could teach me. But Arnold, don't overdo it, please. Thank you for cleaning it. If you don't mind, get rid of that bedding. But
yes,
don't
sir. I was
push yourself.
thinking that. Okay, absolutely, sir.
Can I borrow the tent?
Of course.
Take good care of her, Arnold. And I'll just kind of put my hand on the door frame.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So be clean.
You've done well, Arnold. And we'll see you
Thank
before
you.
long.
Thank you, Sir Venric. Good luck out there. And he kind of clearly he's kind of like the rag he was using to wipe the floor. He kind of grips it tightly, and he seems very emotional. Just be careful.
We will.
Oh, yes.
We'll be back before you know it.
Good. All right. And Arnold turns to go back to work, and you guys, what do you do next?
We head out, Sir
that's
Henry?
it. Yeah, we're ready. I think we're ready.
Oh, you collect your horses, you said. Now, you have how many horses? Two?
One's a draft horse.
Yep. You have the draft horse and the riding horse.
And then he has a second horse he bought, I thought.
Well, yeah, I did buy one, but the Wyvern took off with one.
Took off with one of my draft horses.
Right.
Yes.
So all we have is a draft.
No, he
horse.
bought a riding horse, not a draft horse.
Right.
He
No,
just
I'm
bought-
saying that's all we have is a draft horse and a riding horse.
So
thought-
there is.
Okay, I thought we had 2 riding horses and a draft horse left.
No, he'd only ever bought one riding horse.
I thought it was one riding horse.
No,
Yep.
I'm probably confused.
We
So
were
have
up
2
to
horses.
3. You had your 2 draft horses with the carriage. I had my 1 riding horse. One of them got
You're right.
eaten by the Wyvern.
You're right.
Um,
I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, we're down haste too, but perhaps we could, when we pick up our horses, we could just see if there's another one that we could buy. I mean, with the group our size, it might not hurt if we can, because Kepri could ride with you, Brother Bertram. Clay can ride with me, and then if we could get a horse for Rigel, we could make good time before the snow starts to settle. And
About that, if they're in the hills, like who are we going to leave the horses with? We should find their camp and stuff.
it depends on how far up into the hills they are. If they're in the mountains, obviously we can't bring the horses, but I don't think there's any mountains like that down here.
No, if we find their camp, do we just tie them to a tree? And I don't know the logistics
you're right.
of it.
I'm
None of these are war horses.
right. I'm used to just riding into combat.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll
would
have
be
to.
better off just hoofing it.
I think we should ride the horses as far as we can. Perhaps when we're close, Rigel could find a spot that might be safe for him.
I mean, true. But
If it's 2 days, if it's 2 days travel, there's no sense of us walking all that distance. Even if we leave them a ways out from where their stronghold is, I think we should at least ride as close as we can.
Okay.
fair enough.
Silly me.
Do you ask the stable owner for another horse then?
I think we should. With 2 horses, like I say, Clay and I could ride on one, Bertram and Kepri on one, and then Rigel could ride one. I believe there was another draft horse, because I was down to the picking between the draft horse and the riding horse, and I chose the riding horse.
Yes, you took the riding horse. She did have another horse for sale, which is a draft horse. But you can ride it. It's just not, really. You can it's obviously strong enough, and that would probably be a good horse for Bertram to ride as one of the draft horses.
Okay.
And even at that, you might want to stick Kepri with Rigel on a horse together, just because Bertram is a large, he is a big man.
Plus, I'm not as good at riding and handling animals as he would be.
Oh, and, the other thing too, when we finally get back and you get your traveling temple back, you'll need a second draft horse anyways, Brother Bertram. So
Very true.
why not buy one now, use them, and then have them for later too?
It's a good idea.
And she tells you as you guys are you go in there and you talk to her. She says, absolutely, Dolores that owns the Easy Canter stables. She says, we're to give you all aid, so it's on the house.
What a schmuck that guy is. Son of a gun. What a God.
He's a freaking goblin from Hogwarts. The bakers.
Just the look on your face. Jerry, kill me.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. Bertram he's developing I can't even talk right. He's developing a very sour feeling about this guy.
Well, and it's like, especially because you went there first.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was like, where do you go first?
You schmuck. All right. All right.
All the rest of them are like, and she's not even like, just like the priestess, she's not like griping about it. She's happy to like, no, please take the horse. You're saving us. You're saving our town. She's very happy to, plus she knows Venric is going to take good care of any horse that she gives you. So yeah, you guys have another draft horse. All right. So you get the other draft horse. So my understanding on this is Kepri and Rigel will be riding together. Venric and Clay will be riding together, and then Bertram, massive form of brother Bertram. Again, even a draft horse looks about the right size for him. Anything else would look, he's just 6'6", massive dude. So, or 6'8", or what? I can't remember how big it was. But it's
6'6", yeah.
So as he mounts up, you guys head up, and it's nice because you kind of step out of the stable, look at the sky, and it's like, okay, it's overcast and it's gray, but it's not raining, it's not sleeting. The ground is, you notice it's so cold that where you have been dealing with mud, that it's not muddy, it's pretty hardened. There are ruts and stuff, and it would be like, now would be the time that it's almost a good thing you don't have the traveling temple, because it would be rough going. You would feel everything because now the ground is starting to freeze a little bit.
Oh, that.
You head out into the wilderness, on the road apparently. So I'm going to put the map up, and you guys can let me know what the game plan is.
They said that, or at least when I was talking to the sergeant, he said that going out the east and along the road and then trying to find the path back north would probably be our best bet.
So Rigel, we'll kind of follow your lead. You're the best tracker here by far. So yeah, it sounds like east out of town and then north from there.
Okay. We'll keep going until I can, try to find some sign. I may have to get off the horse at some point and, lead on foot. And it might be going slower, but we'll have to see when it comes to that.
All right, you head east out of Ruoven, following the road. And we'll start with Rigel. Roll me a d6 as you're heading out.
Okay.
You get out of town, away from the walls.
That's a 1.
Oh boy.
You're an excellent tracker, Rigel.
I found him
Right
already.
to him.
Let us write to him.
Wowzers. Roll me a d8 and a d20, Rigel.
Okay. So the D8 is a 5 and the D20 is a 12.
All right. Interesting. Very interesting. You are heading out of town. You're only about not even maybe half an hour out of town. And you hear the jingle of what's, sounds like the, horses tack and harness. And you get around like the corner where there's a copse of trees, and you can see a coach heading your way.
What do we do?
What does the coach look like?
It is black. You can see there is a couple of drivers, but they both look like, to your eye, as you see them, they don't just look like drivers. Drovers or anything like that. They're wearing dark mail and looks like surcoats. They seem to be wearing black trimmed with red, but they don't have any sort of insignia on them. And they're, again, it's this black lacquered coach that's just riding towards you. It starts to slow as they see your group riding toward them.
I keep going.
Okay. They kind of nod as you pass them. They seem to be heading on to town.
They seem to be heading to town. Huh.
Yep.
Bunch of Bostonian bastards.
You saw no heraldry or flag or anything like that.
Yep.
I don't like those colors.
I sure don't.
All right. Then the coach heads on. You can see, maybe you take a little bit of satisfaction seeing that even the wheels, which are iron shod and are very durable, but they're kind of like clattering, and the coach is kind of shifting in the wagon ruts. It can't be comfortable riding, but it passes you, and they just kind of nod as you go on back. Looking for signs, Rigel, you get near where you guys were ambushed. You go a little further looking for, tracks. Give me a survival check. Remembering this is a class skill.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. And it takes the ranger about 10 minutes. And you guys a couple of times, even, the rest of you think, oh, there's a trail. But what Rigel's doing, and you finally, after you just you notice Venric just sits in the saddle. Clay's like, well, should we? And he kind of, maybe you hold up a hand to him, Venric. Not that, again, sorry you guys tell me if I'm telling you what your characters are thinking or a little too much. I'm trying to get away from that. But Venric knows, he's watched Rigel work. And what Rigel's doing, it takes you guys a minute to realize where you might see what looks like a path going off into the forest. He's looking for a path that leads for a while. And so he kind of stalks along in and out of the brush. He ties his horse off maybe. And finally, after about 10 minutes or so, he looks back and motions. And you can mount back up, Rigel, because you realize, remember, this isn't like, there's copses of trees and things like that. It's a forest, but it's not like a thick forest. So it's more like there's plenty of open where you can ride as well.
I think I found the trail.
Good man.
And
I'll follow
us off.
Okay. It is pretty slow going because even though there's some open ground, you are in and out of like tall grass, weeds, trees, bushes. So you can't just set off at a gallop. It's not like open grassland or road where so you just kind of are letting the horses canter along. It's better time than you would make walking, but it's not like a full gallop or anything like that. And as you head off the road, heading more, and you realize, Rigel, it's north, but then it starts to bend a little bit east and then back to the west. It's kind of like a winding path. And Kefri, why don't you roll me a d6?
3.
Okay. You make your way on into the midday, and Rigel, at one point as you guys stop for the midday meal, you guys are hungry enough to kind of tie off the horses, get off. Some of you are saddle sore. Whereas again, Venric, it's like you were born in the saddle. Rigel, you're good at riding, and so is Clay. Kepri, this is new for you. And even Bertram, you're used to the temple. You're not riding, and you guys are sore as you get off and you're stretching, and and you're glad of the break, and you guys break the midday meal. And Rigel, you're getting a sense as you're heading north and it's starting to bend back to the east. You're seeing some hills in the distance. You doubt very much you're going to make them tonight, but you're betting wherever these bandits are holed up, it's going to be somewhere in those hills.
Makes the most sense. Well, we might have to dig in to get at him.
All right. Should we leave the horses here? Or do you think we're all right to, move by mount closer still?
I would imagine we can still, take them with us for a while. I haven't seen yet where we'll be able to, but at some point, I mean, they are ogres and bugbears. I know there's human bandits, but up in these hills, I'm sure there's caves and Lord only knows what. So
It's not quite a wagon bench. The saddle.
it's not as fun, but
You're breaking in good, Bertram.
Breaking is the word. Every time that you think that it is, it's like bam, and you're not expecting it. I've never wanted to hit a horse more.
But he kind of looks over. He's like, Brother Bertram, move with the horse. As it moves, you're sitting very stiff. It'll help. Trust me. That's how they teach us to ride. Yes.
Maybe you should show me when we mount up.
Of course. Just watch how Sir Venric rides. He's the finest horseman I know.
Yes, he is very good. Not stiff at all, it would seem.
And as you're looking, Bertram, you're like, there's a part of you that's like, how? Like your thighs are already burning from just being rubbed raw, and just like you're thinking back to all the times Venric rode all day, leapt out of the saddle, fought all day, then kept guard at night. You're like that. So and while Bertram, you're a big, strong guy, this is a different conditioning than what you've ever dealt with.
Never been conditioned to be punched in the buttocks so many times in a row.
Yes, that's why you move with the horse. And as you guys mount back up, Clay, he see, just like Venric's doing, and Venric, you show him a little bit.
Yeah, like this, Bertram. It's about the feel.
The feel.
As it strides, you stride too. When it goes down, you go down. When it's up, you're up.
Strides. I try to pay attention as best I can, because it's really in Bertram's best interest to get this right.
Right. And Bertram, as you're watching them ride, it they make it, even Clay, who's, again, he's been a squire for so many years, that you kind of marvel at it. Rigel is a good horseman as well. Rigel doesn't have like Venric has this martial look. He looks like a painting as he's mounted, even though this isn't, Haste, his war-horse. Rigel just kind of sits easy in the saddle, more like a cowboy would. You and Kepri's just kind of behind Rigel, just hanging on for dear life. And but Bertram, you sit it's so uncomfortable. You sit ramrod straight. You realize that it's going to take you some practice, but if you put it into practice, you start to do it, it'll help. But you're already sore from this half a day's riding that you've already done.
By the light, the Argent Lord, Saint Cathal, and all the angels of the host, I miss my temple.
And
You know what?
Bertram grumbles as you guys, begin heading off once again. Rigel, I'm assuming, Rigel, you're leading the way, no doubt, being the ranger.
Yeah.
Heading off at an easy, again, to you guys, it's a canter. It's not even a canter really. Most of the time, it's just a fast walk. Kepri, you're trying to pay attention to how to ride and stuff like that, and Clay, every now and then, you're doing better, Sir Bertram. He kind of calls back encouragement as you guys go along, and you ride for a few more hours. Sir Venric, why don't you roll me a d6? Or wait, who rolled last?
I believe Kepri did. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do Venric and then we'll go to Bertram. Well, actually, this will be the last one for the day.
That is a 2.
Okay. Roll me a d8 and a d20.
Saddle sores.
7 on the D8 and 3 on the D20.
All right. Three on the D20?
Yep.
All right. Interesting. Very interesting. As you're riding through, the trail leads you through a clearing, and you can see some more grassland ahead and brush. And you hear the baying of hounds. You reach for your weapons, and you realize they're not coming at you. And like up on the ridgeline, you can see a deer that's running. And you see a pack of, at first you think are wolves, but they're large, like dogs. They're very big hounds, almost as big as wolves. And as you are watching them chase this deer along the ridge, suddenly one of them kind of disappears and appears in front of it, and the deer comes up with a start, and that's when the other hounds grab a hold of it. And give me knowledge arcana or knowledge nature.
19.
I got a 15. Knowledge nature.
Okay.
I just got a 10.
Okay.
I don't have either one of those. Would it just be wisdom for me?
Just wisdom, yep.
8.
Okay. So Rigel and Kepri, you realize this is a pretty rare sighting. You're witnessing a pack of blink dogs hunt in the wild, which most people don't see. And they take down this deer, and you've heard of them. They're highly intelligent animals. They're magical animals. And about the time that you guys are just taking this in, you can see a pair of them also off to either side, kind of watching you, and you realize they're watching you as you watch them. And as they take the deer down, these two sit and wait, and never making sure you're not approaching.
Wait, lived in this region, Rigel?
They must maybe have a den somewhere, but I'd avoid them.
Oh, I'm
avoid
not
their
getting
kill.
down. It's interesting. I've never seen one in real life.
All right.
I've heard of them.
Are they hostile or just regular beasts?
Well, they say that wild dogs have the highest pack hunting rate of most natural animals on the planet. Now imagine that they can teleport. So, I would imagine they're pretty good.
Got it. Bad dog.
And again, as you guys just kind of move on around them, or
Yeah, we're going to try to steer clear.
Yep. You guys kind of go east of the ridge, and you notice as you do, the two lookouts kind of track you, always keeping an eye on you until they're lost to sight. And that's, you travel another maybe half a mile, you don't see them anymore. And Roger, you realize it is getting dark soon. And give me perception checks. And knowledge nature, if anyone has it, which I believe the ranger does, obviously.
5.
3.
17.
All right, so I got a 19 on the perception, and then a 16 on the knowledge nature.
Okay. So Kepri is you're just tired. At this point, you're leaning against Rigel's back, trying not to fall asleep. I'm terrified you're going to fall off the horse if you do. Venric, you're just lost in thought. And Bertram, you kind of look up and you're like, you notice some clouds that are gathering. And Rigel, you notice him noticing, and then you realize that, yeah, the cleric is picking up on there is a storm coming.
We need to get cover fast.
Yes.
Again?
Again.
Okay.
Rigel will begin looking for some sort of cover to get out of this.
Give me a survival check.
Okay. That is an 18.
Oh yeah. He finds a good spot. Find a spot. There's a small stream, and then just up like a low hillside, there's some rocks, fallen trees. So basically some debris you could put at your back. No kind of animal den or anything like that. And a small copse of trees to give you some cover at least. And but you know, and you can share what of this you would, Ranger, but you realize a storm is coming.
Well, better get a tent set up quick, because it's going to be rough. It's probably going to be cold.
Do we get firewood inside the tents now?
If we can.
Bertram will start setting up this tent of Arnold's.
And
Yep.
You're not, Bertram, again, this is not something you've done. You know how to set up a tent, but this is Arnold's tent. It's not, and it's distressingly small once you get it put up, and it's just a little one-man tent, and it takes you almost as long to put it up as it does like Clay and Venric to get this big, nice tent up. Meanwhile, Rigel gets his. Actually, Kepri, do you have your own tent, or are you sharing with someone?
I did not consider that. It's very green.
Well, and Kepri is just like, tent. Right. She just looks around at you guys setting up, and you look up, Kepri, and you see this like thunder, like roll, like you, and these clouds are coming in, and out here, you're like, oh, yes.
Should've thought
You
about that.
can have my tent, Kepri.
I'm sure I can fit in there with you. I'm pretty small.
Well,
Not in Arnold's. You could fit in Rigel's, or you could fit in Venric's, but definitely not in Arnold's tent, especially not with Bertram.
here's a good point. Whoever's on watch, you could rotate into that person's tent. It'd be you getting up
Rotate
and out
spots.
a lot, but it's always an option too.
I'll keep first watch, Capri, and you can sleep in my tent, and I'll wake you up next, and you can watch the next.
All right. You get the tent set up, and Bertram, you get as you get it set up, it's just not very big, and you're like really missing the temple, and you kind of back out of it, and you guys look up at the sky. You start gathering some firewood because the cleric was mentioned it. You get some, but do you get a fire going?
What do you think, Rigel?
Well, I was just gonna ask, what do you guys think? I mean, probably if we can.
It's going to be cold at night, so we should.
I'm
Rigel-
for a fire.
Roger, you would know that if you do want to get one going, one option would be to sacrifice one of the tents, not tear it up, but use it instead using part of it as a cover to keep over the fire. And if you do it, high enough above it where it won't catch fire or anything like that, it'll keep the rain off. And if you guys pitch the other tents really close, it'll throw some of that heat into the tents.
Yeah,
and
you create like a little blocking area. Stay
keep the wind off. It would just, and you instantly remember having to do this on some long patrols before, Rigel.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, that'll be an option, and then we can just throw down a couple of bed rolls out in there.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice Arnold's tent. It's the smallest, anyways. It's
okay.
Small.
Well, and again, the tent Rigel has, I believe, is a medium one. Is that correct? Or just a regular size tent. So that sleeps 2.
Yep.
And Venrix, I think, can sleep 4. It usually doesn't, but it can sleep. It's a larger tent. So between those 2 tents, you guys can sleep whoever's not on watch. And as Rigel lets you guys know this, and he shows you kind of how to take and use the tent a little bit different. Just use the canvas of the tent, stretch it out between a couple of trees at a decent height above, kind of at an angle, and where you set the tents up, it keeps the wind off the fire. And sure enough, you get the fire going, and then about that time, you hear, the thunder get closer and the rain start to break, and it is cold rain, and sure enough, starts to be mixed with sleet. And not, you guys are either to not be drenched and very, very cold. You guys are either under the awning, the little awning you built, which a couple people could be under at a time, or in the tents. But it's a pretty miserable situation. So probably whoever's on guard might want to just be under that awning and do it that way.
Yep.
All right. So, Venric, you said your first watch?
Yep.
All right. It's nasty weather. Are you just kind of staying under the awning?
Yep, I will. I'll stay right under it.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a D6?
That is a 5.
All right. Your watch passes from the evening on into true night. It's still, if anything, the raining kind of intensifies and the sleet. But you're glad that you had some dry firewood you guys gathered and keep the fire going on your watch. It's getting, even for all that, it's cold. And you all are reminded, especially Rigel and Venric, who have been on campaign before, that one of the things you may want to invest in is coal braziers that can burn inside of larger tents, because that, with these traveling in this kind of weather, can be just life-saving. Granted, you have to keep a supply of coal that you travel with and things like that, but it can make the difference.
That's a good point.
Who do you wake up, Sir Venric?
Pepper.
Okay, I'm up.
You get up, Capri, as Venric comes in, and you go to the tent flap, kind of open it, and it's just horrible. Luckily, the tents are pitched close enough to the, it's right there. You don't even have to get much rain, but just stepping onto this cold, you get right up by the fire. It's so miserable cold, and this sleet is coming down and this rain, and not for the first time you miss, your warm rooms at the university.
Very much.
All right. And
6.
Roll me a d6, Capri.
6.
All right. There is no encounter. It's round about midnight or thereafter. As you don't encounter anything, it's just miserable. But at some point after midnight, the rain does start to slack off. It's like down to a patter.
Okay, I will get Rigel up.
Okay. You go to Rigel's tent. And you only have to just duck through the rain, and Rigel, your tent opens. You see the diminutive halfling.
It's my time.
The rain's starting to go, though, so should be a little better.
Well, that's good. Take a spot. There's plenty of room.
Okay.
And you go over, throw your bedroll down, Capri, and snuggle in, glad to be back to sleep. And Rigel, you go out into the cold, And as she said, the rain has slacked off. It's sometime after maybe 2 midnight, maybe about 1 in the morning. Roll me a d6.
Okay. I'll throw my woolen cloak on, and that's a 5.
Okay. And sometime about the middle of your watch, the rain does stop. It peters out finally. You can see actually the moon, and it's about, at this point, it's over a half moon. So you can see the moon kind of comes out as the clouds go away, and it's cold, but at least it's starting to clear up, and you actually think there might be some sunshine, possibly, and your watch passes uneventfully.
I will wake Brother Bertram as the last part of the watch.
Get up.
Rain's, it's done.
I put my armor on. Oh, God.
Yeah,
It's
and Bertram, you're sore. You feel it.
cold.
And Rigel, you
Cold.
can't help but chuckle a little bit as the big man. You kind of glance out of the tent as he's crawling out, and he's pretty sore.
Bertram slept on his stomach, by the way. He did not. Well,
Right? And Bertram, you were in the large tent with Venric and Clay, correct?
yeah.
So you kind of get up, wincing. You make your way out, and roll me a d6.
4.
All right. The night passes uneventfully. Everyone can mark off a day's ration, as the next day dawns. And as you guys get up that next day, it is overcast, and you'd love to think that the sun's going to show its face. It's lighter, so somewhere high above these clouds it's there, but Rigel, you realize your hopes are dashed. It's probably going to rain again today, but you realize you're pretty close to these hills now, and the ground is starting to rise. So you're pretty confident that the trail is going to lead you there.
Hopefully we found their hole before it starts raining again.
And Rigel, you would think this might be a really good spot for the horses. It was a really good place that you found. You don't think it's going to be more than a couple hours walk, at least to get into the vicinity where you think this trail's leading. You can't be sure, but the horses would be very sheltered here in this place.
Might not be a bad idea. Tie them off here somewhere.
Good idea. I think the ranger has the right of it.
And then we'll have to be on foot the rest of the way.
All right. Yeah, after Vendrick and Clay pack up their tent, they will find a good spot to keep our riding horse.
Okay, so I was curious about that, if you left the tents, but you do pack the tents up? You
Yeah.
strike camp?
Yes, I do.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Rigel? Should we just leave it here as is, and then, if we get back to this place, it's already set up. Then again, we run the risk of, I don't know if it draws more attention or,
I mean, 2 tied up horses are going to be, pretty easy to spot, either way. So, I mean, I don't know that a couple of extra tents, is going to, it might add a little bit, but I feel like, it's going to be 6 of one, half dozen of the other, at least from my perspective.
Maybe we'll just leave camp as is. Who knows? Depending on how much further it is, depending on how it all goes, perhaps we'll get back by nightfall to rest.
Clay
Awesome.
asks, "Sir, do you want me to stay with the horses and keep an eye on the camp?"
Clay, I would rather you come with me. I'd rather lose the mounts than to have there's no way of telling what could come across your path here, and I'd hate to see you ambushed by something by yourself.
Well, of course, sir, and of course, whatever you say, but I mean, Master Rigel's found a good campsite, and I can handle it, sir. I just hate to leave our horses with no protection. But I'm not to go against.
Rigel, how likely is it that anything will encounter us here? Do you think it's pretty well hidden if Clay keeps quiet, and do you think we're enough off the beaten path where he shouldn't encounter anything?
Well, I mean, and I'll just say from the role that I had to get to find this place was a dirty 20. So I would imagine it's fairly, somewhat secluded.
Yeah, it's not a place that something's just going to easily stumble across. Doesn't mean, and if it were, you guys, he would have ample time, if nothing else, to jump on a horse and get away if it was overwhelming odds. You're pretty certain of that.
Good point. Yeah, and I'll tell Clay that too. Clay, if something happens and you have to flee, get on our riding horse and flee back to town if you have to.
Yes, sir.
And
you don't think the DM is just trying to split the party further, sir?
Clay, there's a good chance that is the case.
Well, then Kepri should stay with me. If we get attacked, we'll just dance. We'll have a dance-off.
It's usually quite effective, I hear.
And Clay seems very relieved not to just be leaving the horses alone out here. And you realize, Vendrick, it probably really bothered him that wyvern ate one of your horses. It really troubled him.
Makes sense. Clay, if you see the wyvern, hide.
Yes, sir. I'll hide, then I'll stab it with my spear when it's not looking.
Well, I don't think we'll see him anytime soon. We wounded him pretty good in the first encounter. I imagine he's licking his wounds.
Yes. I'll keep the horses in the camp safe, sir. On my oath.
Good man. We should be back, well, hopefully before nightfall, but we'll see. Is everyone else ready?
Ready.
I am.
Splitting the party even further. You guys head off into the foothills. Let's see, who rolled that last encounter?
I did.
Okay. Rigel, why don't you roll me a d6?
That's a 5.
Okay. As you get into the hills proper, Rigel, you pick up a trail that winds north. There are clear signs of passage here, and as you go on, the signs of habitation become more and more clear. More tracks, wider, the trail widens out. The trail winds north through the hills for well over a mile before the ground levels out. There, at the far side of a flat stretch of ground, sits a ruined fortification. The place looks to be at least 100 years old, maybe more, and of human construction, though it looks to be long abandoned, at least until recently. Now, it would appear, judging by the smoke from fires and the figures moving about the place, that it is re-inhabited. There are spikes driven in the ground in places where the walls are collapsed, and you can see that the remnants of the walls have guards moving all around. You have discovered, it would seem, the lair of the Bonebreaker Brigands. So, at this point, you guys are still a good ways off, probably a good 100 yards off when you catch sight of it. At this point, there's plenty of cover and terrain between you and them, but that will not be the case for you to move closer, just so you know.
Well, what does this layout look like?
You can see in the distance. It's hard to tell. I'm not going to quite show you up close until someone gets up close, but you can see it looks like an old keep fallen to ruin. some of the walls are still intact. The gates are gone, but there is, sharpened stakes in the ground. And everywhere that the walls were down, these sharpened stakes have been put in place to act as defense. But nothing looks solid. There's not a single piece of it that looks, it just looks like it fell long ago, and it just the elements have taken their toll.
Rigel, I wonder if it'd be possible for you to get close enough in stealth to light a fire, start a fire that would catch, to where perhaps it would force them to come out. Maybe we could bottleneck them.
That's definitely an option, depending on the layout of it. But I can definitely stealth up closer, get a better look of what we're dealing with, and then we can kind of make a plan from there. Because, like I say, if we want to light something on fire, I'll be able to at least let you know kind of what the parameters we're looking for.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you should sneak up first, get a good lay of the land, and then come back and tell us what you see. We'll make
Then
a
that
plan
way
based
too,
on
we
that.
can make a plan for how everybody's gonna kind of rush in or whatnot.
All right.
Okay. Well, I will begin stealthing towards this ruined keep then.
All right. Give me a stealth check. So y'all are waiting back as Rigel is heading up, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Bertram's not going to go along?
I thought about it, but I'm still stiff from riding a horse.
That is going to be 14.
Okay. All right. As you begin making your way up, this is what you see. And again, you can move around from different angles and vantages as you wish. This is just kind of what you see and you're not right up on the walls, but this is at about maybe 20 yards you've been able to creep up. You're, in some bushes, getting a good look at the place at a distance.
Okay. Then does it seem like there's movement about in the camp?
Oh yeah. You can see there are human brigands moving about. You can see some bugbears, and you can also see some ogres moving around in the place. They're not like they're all over as you're kind of like looking. You can see they're not. Some of them are on guard on the walls, but even them, they're moving around from place to place on those walls, and then some of them are inside doing the same things. Just milling about. Again, it's pretty crappy weather. It's cold here. The rain hasn't broke, but you're guessing it will soon. And they're all trying to kind of, they don't look like they're keeping a very close eye themselves. They just look, huddled up, trying to stay warm near fires and stuff.
All right. Well, I will try to stealth my way back towards the group.
All right. Give me a stealth check as you head away.
Well, that one's even better. 18.
All right. And you and you stealth away. You kind of move soundlessly out of the brush back again about 100 yards away, where they're kind of gathered behind some rocks and trees and stuff.
Mr. Venric.
Yes.
All right. So there's multiple holes in the walls. As far as bottlenecking might be difficult, as like I say, there's multiple spots where it's already broken, through. They can move in or out. They've got these spiked wooden, well, not quite palisades, but just smaller defenses out and about where the walls are broken. But we could start a fire. They already have multiple fires going all in and about the camp. So it might not necessarily draw as much attention. But
yes,
there's
mostly stone walls. It probably isn't going to really catch.
not the fort, anyways. You might be able to set like a tent on fire or something. That might be a little more viable, especially if anybody has any oil or even Kefri, I know you've got that grease spell. That's
have
always an option.
3 flasks of oil.
Well, then, if you did want Sir Venric, I could sneak up in there and maybe light a tent on fire or something like that. But like I say, I'd kind of be out in the open after that point. So,
Okay, so then, what would you suggest, Rigel?
well, at least from my opinion, I think. Well, that depends on. I don't know what other magics. No, Brother Bertram and Kefri are capable of. They're able to do some stuff that I'm not really able to account for. For my part, where I'm probably going to be best is going to be trying to get to a high vantage point so that I can, pick off as many foes as I can. But they've got multiple things that they can do.
Mainly healing and a little protection is what I can.
I do have the grease spell, but all of my spells have to be closer than this to utilize. I can use the grease spell to, section off and sort of control the battlefield a little bit, and then it could be lit on fire as needed. Also, the fear spell and another one, electrocution spell.
Okay. All right. Well, with all of that being said, we have to get closer either way. As soon as Bertram and I start getting close, though, we won't have the element of surprise anymore. Which I'm fine with. We can get close, close enough to where we can charge in. But before we do that, Rigel, do you think that you should go ahead of us just a little until we get within range where we could run in? Or do you think that won't matter?
I could try. It might not be a bad idea. I could be your sort of eyes in the sky, as it were, and hopefully pick off stuff at your back.
Take this at the very least, and if you make use of it, you'll have it. I'll hand you 3 things of oil.
Very good, very good.
Do you have a torch, Rigel?
Yes, I have several.
Where do you recommend that we approach from? Which side of this?
Well, you see on both the is north the facing the larger portion of the like the keep that's still intact, or is that what direction is that?
That is north.
Okay, that's what I thought.
South, yep. East and west.
To the east, in my opinion, would be your best bet. You have some of these wooden blockades, but you're not going to get locked into a tight little tunnel as if you go in the main old gate entrance. You're still going to have that kind of stone blocking around you. Then again, there's a smaller portion off to the west of the main gate that's simply there with some of those wooden blockades as well. But I would suggest either that eastern or perhaps that one to the far west past the gate.
Maybe the eastern one.
You guys hear There's thunder rolls in the distance.
I don't think lighting something on fire is going to work too good.
Perhaps.
Probably. Well, the eastern part of the fortress looks. It does seem like the best idea. Seems like the less. There's not as much for us to have to climb over there, Bertram. So
That's
I can
good.
lead a charge. We can get within running distance, and then sprint to get there closely.
We'll have to deal with those, get around those spikes at some point. But what are you going to do?
If you were wanting Sir Venric me to go down, I could try to go down and past the main gate, pass down the west, and perhaps I might get caught, but try to clamber up that ruined section of building. It looks like there's several floors that I might be able to get onto.
Yeah, then you'll have the height advantage, and you can pick them off from a distance. I like that plan. Kepri, make sure that you don't get caught out in the open by yourself. Either stick by my side or Brother Bertram's side. The only thing to watch out with Brother Bertram is if he gets surrounded, he'll more than likely use that hammer, the magical attack on that. Try not to be too close.
I will not use it unless I absolutely have to, especially if you're close.
For the
So-
record, I wanted to say to Rigel, because off camera, there are some taller trees you could, if you're trying for high ground, just because I can only show so much on a given game board. So there are spots that would be off camera that you could still have range with a bow if you wanted to get to cover and climb up in a high tree somewhere. Just so you know,
Okay.
if that makes any kind of a difference for your planning.
Yeah, I just with the distances, anyways. I think anything that's outside of that game board area, I'm still going to be, I'm going to be shooting at disadvantages. So I think I'm still going to try to stick with that plan, try to stealth down and around the side of that building, just because otherwise I'm going to be pushing it to reach.
Okay.
So, I'll make my way back down. Then, if everyone's ready.
Ready.
Yep, we'll let Rigel get just a little bit ahead of us, and then I'll start heading in.
Okay, Rigel, so just so that I know, Rigel is heading for this side, correct? Like around
Yes.
the back? Okay,
Yep.
And then the rest of the group is heading to this side. How much of a head start are you guys giving him? Because I'm assuming he's moving with stealth.
Yes.
I'll let him get about 50 feet ahead of me, just because I know once I
you.
start moving, we'll be moving faster once he's in stealth.
Okay. All right, Rigel, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. That is a 14.
All right, and then okay, you guys see Rigel plunging off ahead into the brush. He's moving very quietly. He's low to the ground, but you lose sight of him very quickly. You count off a little bit until you think he's maybe 50 feet ahead, and then you guys head off. So what is going to happen is, Rigel, you start getting up into position. I'm just going to shift the camera a little bit. Over near the edge, still keeping the cover, and you realize that no alarm is raised, and you are in position. The rest of you, as you start to run, let me actually see if I can get you a little bit better view. How about two?
Nice.
You guys begin approaching from this direction. So you guys were at a dead run, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Let me put. I believe you guys said Kepri was leading.
Wait, no, it's not funny when it's me.
Oh. No. It's
Other wizards.
All right then. So my assumption is that Bertram and Venric up front, just kind of charging.
Bertram would go about 5 behind Venric.
Okay. Venric, Bertram, then Kepri. Kepri, are you right behind?
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially you guys are kind of running up like this. All right. As you come up, you can see that you have a couple of options here. You can see there is where this wall comes down, and as you get closer, Venric, and we're going to go into initiative in a minute, you can see that there are guards and stuff up on these walls. You can also see there is rubble here that's built up that looks loose, and then you can see spikes there. Here we go. The first thing that we need to do as you guys get closer in position is so exciting. I need to let you guys roll to see who, what, and where is what. So we're going to start with Sir Venric. You're going to be my first roller. So for this tower, let's see. Roll me 1d3 and add 1. Tell me what you get.
3.
All right. Is that at 3 counting the +1?
Yep.
Okay. So there are 3 guards in this ruined tower and stretch of wall right there. Meanwhile, over here, as you ran up, let's go with Rigel.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d4 +1.
Okay. That is a 2 total.
Oh, 2 total. Okay.
I rolled a
So
1.
you only see. You saw this kind of running up. You saw a couple of brigands, but also in this larger tower. Roll me a d3.
Okay. Ooh, that's a max. That's 3.
Okay, +1. Or no, just
Okay.
d3. Not +1. Not +1. But you do see 3 large, burly bugbears in this tower as well. Well, in and around the tower. That is what you see. As you guys are rushing up, the scene is set. Pieces are moving. What's going through Venric's mind as he boom, 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 starts rushing up? The rain starts to fall, thunder and lightning in the distance.
Once more into the breach. I was born for this.
Excellent. What of Brother Bertram?
Where are the ogres?
What is on Kepri's mind?
That's it. My first real battle. Don't throw up.
And what of Rigel? What is his thoughts?
Kill him quick and get out of there.
All right. Who would like to call this most auspicious initiative?
Gabriel, do it.
Fine. Now.
The fastest, I believe, is Kepri or Rigel. I can't remember.
If it's out of us two, it's Kepri.
Yeah, she's gonna hold. She's not going first.
Okay. So we're going to say it's Rigel then, because it wouldn't be someone holding. So we'll say Rigel the Ranger. What do you do?
Rigel begins climbing that tree that is right there.
Okay. It's easy enough. I'm not going to call for a climb check. Rigel begins climbing, and you spend your turn, and you can be, well, probably not that quite that high, but you do climb up the tree, getting advantage. Is it, well, where are you trying to get to? Like all the way up to the tippy top, or just where you got covered?
No, I want to be where I still have some balance, because again, knowing climbing trees, like, you know, that I want to be where he can still kind of perhaps like maybe leap off, even kind of grab onto the wall or something like that. But he doesn't want to reach sort of eye line level of the wall. So yeah, that's
Right.
perfect.
So you're just like just below the wall. You can hear them like, it's gonna storm again. You hear one of the other men, it's always raining. And then you hear one of the bugbears, quiet, trying to think. And they're just kind of like muttering to themselves. And Rigel, that's what he does. Meanwhile, unfortunately, you guys were spotted on approach. And you hear from this tower, what's that down there? Someone's attacking us. What? And in the tents and around, you begin to see movement as, well, let's see. Over on the gates, Brother Bertram, why don't you roll me a d4, add 2.
It's 3. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So there are 3 bandits, 2 of which are archers, above the gates, and there's also 1 brigand leader as well. Out in the camp, you can see it's like someone kicked a nest, and who rolled last?
I just did.
Bertram? So let's go back to Venric. We'll go in turn. Venric, I need to know how many bandits are currently here, not on patrol, not elsewhere. So 2d6 plus 2.
Oof.
That is 9.
Oh boy. Ooh. Hold on, guys. I got to get some more minis. You guys feel bad for me, right?
Towards creation.
Ooh, buddy. This is a lot of bad guys. They start clambering out of tents and just moving in different spots. And this is as you guys are kind of making your way. You said 9?
Yes, I did.
9, he says. Let's see, that's
9.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
not quite.
27. I want that.
Man, this is an awful lot of dudes.
Just a wee bit.
Okay.
There are all the wagon wheels.
Couple of them by the fires, in different spots. All right. And next, we're going to have... there are also 1d4 plus 1 bugbears. Why don't you go ahead and roll that, Rigel?
Okay. Oh god, I rolled max.
No!
1d4 plus 1, so 5.
There are 5 bugbears out and about the camp.
Rough. Come, blink dogs that we befriended in the wilderness. Blink amongst them.
Wowzers. This just got real, y'all.
Yeah, it did.
And remember, if you guys are like, if you're watching at home and you're wondering, like, what the heck? The world is the world. I have no idea what sort of group or what level they would be. This is the open world. You never know what you're going to run into.
We could have had an alien and Syllabus here.
It's very true. Could have. And then finally, Kepri, why don't you roll for the amount of ogres that you see? Brother Bertram was very curious. There are 1d3 ogres in this that start popping out.
2.
There are 2 ogres
Boy.
kind of clambering out of tents. and from around. So suddenly, this is what you're looking at.
I say, Rigel, are you hidden well?
That's why I didn't poke
Rigel's
his head
like,
over the
I'm
wall.
never coming out.
Wowee! Oof. That'll be joined. But that is all that they do. Capri.
Oh, yeah, she holds.
Brother Bertram.
He holds.
Sir Venric.
Oh, I go over that pile of rubble.
Oops. All right. Let me click the right thing that I'm trying to click. Venric, seeing the camp stirred like a bee's nest, rushes over. Venric, give me an acrobatics check or just a plain dexterity check, 'cause I don't think you have that as a skill.
I do not, but I've got an A17.
All right. Venric clambers over. You do not lose your balance in the loose rubble. And you got a guy right there should you wish to swing on him. Let me give you a little bit better view, perhaps. Good Lord, Venric in the thick of it.
Oh, I'm going to maul this poor bandit.
Do not call him poor.
He threw his lot in. All right. Let's see here. That is a 25.
Good Lord, that's a hit.
For
I just remembered who you guys were fighting. I felt bad for you guys for a minute, and then that is a 25. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this guy.
It's 10.
for 9 points of damage in his right arm.
Okay, you chop his arm off. Ah! He just sticks his head out of the tent, and he's like, what's going on? Whack! And his arm is gone.
Do I have any movement left, or is that all of it?
Let's see, what's your movement?
20 in plate.
Yeah, that's it, because you also had to clamber over and then swing. So that is all your movement.
I will take my turn.
Okay, Bertram.
I'm going to follow behind Venric and try and clamber over.
All right, give me a dexterity check. I don't think acrobatics is a skill check or is a class skill.
Ooh, I also got a 17.
All right. Where are you trying to get to, Bertram?
Right behind Sir Venric.
All right, I'm gonna move him up just a little bit as you get there. All right, Capri, you held. You're the last one.
Okay, I will try and clamber over as well.
All right.
That's a 6.
Oh, no. Capri, you lose your footing and fall prone.
Oh.
Just going to stick you up there, but you...
guys.
Two plate mail wearing individuals were able to do that.
Listen,
You don't
I
have one
have
of the spikes,
small
do you?
legs. Leave me alone.
True, very true.
All right, so Capri loses her balance, and...
Oh, I'm still on the side of it. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're technically up here, but I don't want to knock it over. I got a couple downed minis. Actually, I don't know if we have a halfling one. Ben,
Not yet.
our illustrious. Okay, I've got some, but I don't think that one's. I don't think the halfling is painted
I've
up.
got a knight,
I have some fallen minis,
cleric.
so I don't have to lay people down.
Gotcha.
Actually, I can just go ahead and use the one he did one up for Aelwyn, which part of Aelwyn today will be played by Capri. So.
Capri,
Capri,
you're
you're
so
a pro.
tall, laying down.
It's true. And oh, look. We even have a Venric one.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Don't get that thing out. No need for that one.
Put it away, please.
There's a Bertram one.
Put it far away, please.
It's funny because we don't have a Celavis or an Aelwyn yet, though. Or Aelwyn's painted. So we don't have a Celavis one.
Yeah, magically. That's the only one that hasn't been
Interesting.
All right.
That's weird.
Because this is such a big fight, we're just gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna have you guys call it again because this matters.
Stop.
So that would be Capri, I believe.
Okay. She will try to roll sideways to sort of get herself down off these rocks.
All right. I mean, you can go like literally. you can hop up and get right behind them now if you want.
Okay.
Like,
Yep, that is what I will do.
let me just show you location to make sure I put you in a place that you want to be. So you're kind of behind this tent and behind Bertram, unless that is not where you want to be.
No, that's good. That's good.
Unless you wanted to, charge out front, which is
No,
always an
I
option.
don't think I'm gonna do that.
Capri, you get a glance as you clamber up these rocks as this, again, just to raise up the camera a little bit, this place is coming alive with enemies. All right.
Is that my whole turn?
No, that's movement. I'm sorry.
Okay. I want to sneak around the right side of that tent that I'm behind. Like, if there's any space I could wiggle. Like, I just want to... I not even get out in front of it yet, but just out to the side of it.
Kind of move to this side.
Yep. And then, like, next turn, if she can sort of squeeze between that and the wall.
Yep. Let me make sure. So you're kind of like there.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's
Okay, good. All right, Capri. You hear her behind you scrabbling around Bertram, but your eyes are drawn to this courtyard of doom. You see
Talk like
Venric
she's right
chop
behind
down
me.
this guy. Huh?
I just talk like she's right behind me. Like, it's going well so far, Pass.
Rigel.
All right. Rigel, I'm assuming, hears all the or some of the shouts and stuff.
Yeah, you hear them shout. You hear, we're being attacked, and you can see these guys are all starting to like look and go that direction.
Okay. Rigel at this point is simply going to pull his boot dagger out of his and put it between his teeth for right now as he's kind of holding in this tree.
Okay. And he pulls his dagger, gets it in between his teeth. Okay. Brother Bertram.
All right. I'm going to hold. Yep, I'm going to hold right there.
Bertram holds.
You're doing well,
Sir Venric.
All right, can I get the other camera? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to the closest.
You see a bugbear like 10 feet away from you.
Yep, I'm gonna move to him.
He kind of whirls. Oh!
And I swing with my magical bat. 18.
That is a hit, sir.
All right. 4, 9 in the left arm.
All right. He still stands, but you chop into his arm. He is badly injured. He kind of starts to stumble back in shock and surprise. Oh! But he does not drop, Sir Venric.
I'll take my turn.
Okay?
I'm going to cast a spell on Sir Venric.
Okay.
Cast Protection from Chaos.
Oh. Really?
Yes, sir.
Excellent choice.
What does that do?
Well, let me just tell you. So for 10 minutes, this spell creates a magical barrier around the subject at a distance of 1 foot that moves with the subject and has 3 effects. The first one is you get a +2 to AC and a +2 to all saving throws. Now this is against creatures with the chaos alignment, or chaotic alignment.
Which is everything fighting you, just so you know.
So
good
cool. The second thing is you roll with advantage against saving throws from spells or effects that would possess or exercise any mental control over you. And the last one is this spell prevents contact by any summoned creatures of the chaotic alignment.
Nice.
Nice.
Good Lord. What is your AC?
23.
You know what? I hate Bertram so much. 12 ethereal archers target the stupid cleric. 23? I have to roll natural 20s to hit him now, I think, with everything. Or close to it. You guys feel bad for me?
Just playing a cleric. Just a cleric.
Smart cleric, so wise.
But guess what? It's their turn.
Oh, how lucky that was that happened right then.
Yeah, lucky. All right. They begin getting in position. First thing that's going to happen, they're going to rush in. Archers are going to begin to fire. Bertram, you are not in combat, so you're going to get quite a bit of arrow fire here. As bugbear there. The rest of these guys start heading in. They're not using a ton of tactics as they, they're like the ogres look, and the bugbear look, and you can see the rest of these guys kind of jockeying to move into position, but they're not like a well-oiled machine or anything. They're kind of starting to get in position. This bugbear's gonna hop down. These guys will kind of make ready. This brigand move down. Oh, I forgot to put the other brigand leader. He would pop out of this tent at this point. There's 2 brigands there. All right. These archers turn. He's gonna clamber down. Oops. Nope. Wow, I'm just gonna knock a bunch of guys over. They're not dead. No.
Oh, yep, all ones that fall over died.
Clamber down. Clamber on down. You have.
Right.
Down.
And right now, what we have is several archers, a bugbear archer and 1, 2 human archers that are firing arrows at Bertram.
God dang, I'm in that spot.
Will be black. Miss, and a nat 20.
Okay, that one will hit me first.
Bertram, you only take 4 in the target. We'll say the torso. As an arrow punches in, it doesn't go through your plate mail, but it hits so hard it like bruises you. The others missed, and down at Fenric level, we have a bugbear and 2 bandits that are attacking him. So as they attack, bugbear will be red. That's definitely a miss, and those are definitely misses with a 23 AC. This freaking knight. I also need, Peppery, 2 things. It's your turn, but I also need you to roll me percentiles, because what you may or may not be aware of, there's a pretty large hut there. I need to see if it's occupado.
I got a 15.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
You hear
for a magic item, but whatever.
or something large stirs within that tent. You get here to get cover and to get vision, and then you hear something, and you get a glimpse. There's like a small fire in there, and something big is moving around in that tent. And it is your turn.
Okay. It's a little hard to tell, so like, say something coming out of that tent. Can I guess, would it be coming like my way or over those steps? Like, what's the natural
You're
path
pretty
there?
certain it would come your way.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I cast grease on the area, the ground of that hut.
Snap.
That really sucks for a couple of reasons. For one reason, there is a fire in there.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Not for you. It doesn't suck for you.
Okay, I thought I was gonna get caught in it.
No. Inside the hut, there is a fire. So, what that means is, Kepri, as you do this, we'll get into all of the above, but wow, actually that is really gonna suck for my bad guy,
I love that halfling.
Yeah.
Brondal the Merciless.
Snap.
You can see
That
this
dude's pissed
massive
off.
ogre. He's so big, his shield is a door.
Well, I
However-
hope you die in a fire.
As he starts shifting around, Kepri, you throw this grease spell in there, and it goes up. So the effects of grease obviously kick in. So tell us about that.
Okay. He must make a saving throw versus paralysis or fall prone.
Okay. As you might imagine, that is not really a great save for him. So Grandal the Merciless, saving throw versus what? Paralysis?
Yes.
He needs an 11 or better. I got a 6, so no. He goes, as he's trying to get up, he slips. Now, walk me through again with the oil and the fire, because
Yeah, it says anyone in an area of grease hit by fire will take 3d6 points of damage every round. Saving throw versus paralysis for half damage. Failing
Okay.
means that they are caught, that they catch on fire.
okay. So he's got to make. Now he just failed that save. Does he make a second save?
Right. This
For
is
the-
versus the fire.
Okay, gotcha. You're gonna make that. Oh, stay in the box. Okay, so I rolled a 4. So he, as this sheet of oil comes in, and I'm just gonna cut to me real quick because I can't. So Kepri kind of turns. You see this huge hulking figure in the shadows just starts to move. And you cast this grease spell. It fans out away from you, and the flickering flames hit it, and it's like that moment when you see gas and and flame like mix or oil or something, and so it looks like a spray of fire. And as it hits this fire that he keeps in there to keep himself warm in the tent is caught fire. He flails back, losing his footing, and he catches fire as well. And so, yeah, he's burning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
That
let me
was
give you his
amazing,
damage.
Pepper.
Good stuff.
So he takes 10 points of damage.
Yes.
Oh
No.
my God! Do you know who doesn't think that was amazing? Grandal the freaking Merciless. And just so you know,
I got mercy now.
that dude got his name for good reason. So as this whole tent just goes up, you can see this massive ogre burning, and the tent around him is burning as well.
Oh, that is so cool. I love Pepper's the best.
And he is very, very injured.
And then
And-
I'm going to take the rest of my turn and I'm going to try and clamber back over those rocks to get away from him.
You are.
Yes, I am.
Bye.
So you're trying to go back over here?
Yes,
sorry.
like I want to get nowhere near that guy.
So like you're trying to come back outside?
Yes.
All right. Give me acrobatics or dexterity check.
Okay, and as she goes, she's gonna say, Bertram, look over to your right, please. And she got a 13 that time.
Okay. And she is able to clamber over without any ill effects. Bertram, as you glance over, you see this pissed off, burning ogre.
Oh my.
Huge. Biggest ogre you've ever seen in your whole life.
Frederick, we have a flaming ogre.
Okay. And, oh, yeah, I gotta keep track of the damage. Jeepers. 10 points of damage, you say.
I didn't know that was gonna happen, but
For every round he's in there,
well, he's on fire now, so he's gonna have to spend a round putting himself out, or just be on fire,
But right now, he's in the area of Greece.
right?
So he can't really put it out. He has to get out of there to put it out.
So he has to make his saving throw to be able to get up and move out clearly,
Yes.
and then he can put himself out.
Right. Because in my way of thinking, how would he put himself out when he's covered in oil? He's laying in this
Right.
oil.
Right.
He's got to get clear. Like, again, stop, drop, and roll don't work when the roll is you're covered with grease and
Yeah.
oil all over you. So Kepri just gave him the world's worst morning.
Yeah.
This is a bad day for Grandal.
That was amazing, Kepler.
Good
Well
freaking
done.
job.
See, this is why when people tell me you can't do anything with a low-level wizard, and I'm like, then you're not playing them right. Well,
Yeah.
I got to give you credit where credit's due. I mean, I hate what's happening to my bad guy, but, that's okay. And blue scale attacks. No, all right. So, next round, I'm just going to keep doing it this way, guys, because it's tense, it's important.
Stop.
Oh, look at her. All full of confidence, are we now? So that's
She
Kepri.
is.
Okay. Yeah. Can she try and clamber over in like the opposite way and get between that more conical, like sort of behind those bags to Bertram's left?
Yes.
Okay, that's what she's gonna do. She's trying to get herself a little bit of cover here.
Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. I got a 13.
Okay. Yep, you do. You clamber in, and you're kind of I'm guessing here is what you're talking about?
Yeah, sort of hidden by those bags and that tent and everything.
Yep, you're kind of crouching down behind them.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do, or are you just moving into position?
That's it for now.
So that was, let me make sure I pull that card out, because that was
I
Kepri.
can't wait for the next round of damage on it.
I can wait.
Die, die, die!
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
All right. Well, that's not him, because he has his own card in this mess. So, them. All right, well, Bertram, they have not, I'm going to say the archers, actually some of them may, at least that one's going to target Kepri. This one will target
Oh,
Bertram.
you can't see me.
Bugbear's on Bertram. And this other one will move up, get a position and shoot Bertram. So 3 on Bertram, 1 on Kepri.
Do having it cover with the tent or no?
I'll give you a +2 to your AC.
Okay, I'll take it.
Bertram, miss, 18.
Miss. I have a 19 AC.
Oh, fine.
Nice.
Kepri, how about a 10?
That's a miss.
All right. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys charge. This guy charges Bertram. This Bugbear is moving up on Venric. Venric, you're getting swarmed here. This guy's going to move in. And Venric, this guy's going to clamber around the tent and try to hit Kepri with his axe.
Hey.
Ah,
He shoves past, half knocking the tent over. I'm just going to move this piece of terrain out of the way. It's cool to look at, but now it's in my way. You tried to get cover, but he spotted you. This brigand is going to move it, but he can't get anywhere. Again, they're starting to swarm you guys. He'll move to here. There, the ogres begin to lumber forward as well. Brigand. This guy would move into there. This archer's going to... Oh, no, he was going to clamber up, but he fell. There. Bugbear. These guys have to stay on the wall. All right, so he will move up to get a better vantage. He will stay there. So as the rest of them begin to move in, this one swings on Kepri. How about a 14?
that's a hit.
Okay. And he hits you for 3 in the torso.
Oof, okay, all right. I'm still alive.
As this hatchet catches you in your side, and you duck away, but you feel as this thing just clips you and draws blood along your rib cage. You're like, oh! 1 on Bertram. That is a miss. And 1, 2, 3, 4 on Sir Venric. Actually, I got to roll that separately because 1's a Bugbear. So the Bugbear, nope, that's a miss. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4 regular Brigands on Venric. Can you get God, there's nothing worse than seeing a natural 19 and it's a miss. It's a freaking miss. It's a miss! So much the way that you choose to be. All right. Rondal, the Merciless. Okay, so the first thing is he takes fire damage.
Yes.
Because no matter what he does, it's not going to stop this.
He takes 9 points of damage.
Good lord. All right, so he's got to make a save, which he makes. All right. Kepler, you would not notice this anymore. Bertram, give me a perception check. Because you know that this guy's back here.
13.
Okay. You notice he goes to one knee. He starts to get up, but he hunkers down. Lunkers is not a word. He hunkers down, and you see him pull up a trap door that you didn't see. It was kind of covered by his bulk. And it's a big trap door, and he just drops through.
Oh.
Still burning, but he drops through below.
That's not good.
Okay. Brother Bertram.
I'm going to move forward. Let's see. I think 5 foot is all I got. Or I'm right in the between them two burn. Yeah.
Yep. So you're going to kind of push up next to Sir Venric,
Yep.
correct?
Yes. I'm going to use my amulet and recast Protection from Chaos on myself.
Oh!
Hey.
So what's up with the tactics here, man?
There's a lot of bad guys on the field.
There are. I mean, just look at them all. Granted, they can't freaking hit you guys. They can hit Capri. Look at that, though. That's quite a scene right there.
It is too. That's cool.
Okay. Next up, we have that guy, Sir Venric.
Come on!
All right, I am going to swing on the bugbear again.
He is injured.
That is a 15.
That is a hit.
Oh, wow. Okay. 4. 10 points of damage in his torso.
All right. You chop into him, and you end his life.
Does that cleave over?
Yes, you can cleave over into the other bugbear should you wish it.
Yep, I will.
So how much damage did you do? 9?
10.
10. So then the other one, that'll take him down to that. So that one is wounded. All right. Venric, you cleave through that one into the other one. And finally, Rigel, the ranger. Oh, let me cut to the other camera and show you what you can see.
Perfect. Rigel is going to try to leap from that tree to the wall there.
Okay,
And
you're a
then-
ranger. I'm not calling for a roll. So you can clearly do that. Like this up here or that one over there.
Yeah, just right up there, close to the tree.
Knife in this guy.
Yep, he's going to try to. He's going to yank the knife that's out of his teeth and try to stab this guy in the back.
Roll with advantage. He has no idea you're there.
Okay, that works. Let's see. Oh, actually, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Double 17s is what I rolled. So,
Very nice.
and he's a human, so favorite enemy. So that's a 21 to hit
Yep.
for 6 points of damage in the back of the head.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
You plunge your dagger into the back of his skull, and he falls dead to the ground.
Rigel will
Now,
actually.
do you like ease him down, or do you just let him drop?
I do just let him drop, and I actually let the dagger just fall with him
Okay.
as he's reaching towards other weapons.
He pitches for. All right. Real quick. I hate to do it, but it's time. We've never had to cut in the midst of such a large battle. So I'll just pan back, let you guys see. Over here we have Rigel doing the Rambo thing. He stealthed up the wall, plunged his dagger in the back of this guy's skull, getting in position. But with the chaos and noise of the center, it's like a war movie. We pan back, and we can see where the melee is joined hot and heavy in the center as brigands, bandits, ogres, and bugbears are rushing, where the indomitable forms of Brother Bertram and Sir Venric are laying waste. And we can see Kepri is there as well. She is maybe a little out of her element being in melee combat. Meanwhile, across the field, Grandal the Merciless has disappeared. Bertram noticed him drop down a trapdoor. Is he alive, or does he burn to death somewhere below? We will have to wait and find out next time in the Shattered Lands.